It is 3:30 p.m. here in Tehran. This is Press TV's Top 5. Syrian government forces continue to battle insurgents in the capital Damascus, gaining more ground. Fighting has been raging on in Barzeh during the past couple of days. Press TV's Muhammad Ali has been in Barzeh, from which he sent us this report.
From this mountain north of Damascus, Barzeh, a battlefield in the capital, is crystal clear. It's not a surprising scene, taking into consideration that it is a war zone, but in fact, a tragic one, where randomly constructed houses are razed, burned, or tremendously ravaged because of heavy clashes. Fighting continues as Syrian armed forces and al-Nusra Front militants battle to maintain ground. Press TV team accompanied the National Defense Forces in their operations on ground. Just behind this hill is where the foreign-backed militants are gathering in Dhahrat al-Mustah area in Barzeh. Now, Syrian army units, in cooperation with the National Defense Forces, are attacking them to regain control of this strategic hill. From one house to another, we reached a line where only a thin wall separates the two sides. The army has advanced, gaining more ground in the area. An army commander explained to us how important this hill is, which overlooks all of Barzeh area.
We are in Dhahrat al-Mustah. Adjacent to us are the orchards of Barzeh and Harasta. Deep there are army units stationed. We, as defense forces, are advancing in this neighborhood. As soon as we regain this part, securing Barzeh would be easy.
Militant snipers located the position of the army unit we were accompanying, but they were distracted after it fired an RPG. This also enabled us to cross to the safe side.
Two years have passed. We now have enough information about the street fighting methods the militants use in residential neighborhoods, like this one. Their weapons will not hinder us from doing our duty.
Civilians in the area of Barzeh, which is controlled by the foreign-backed militants, have already been displaced. The region has also seen massive destruction of infrastructures and is no longer fit for living. Yet, both sides strive to win this battle, as militants regard Barzeh a gateway to invade Damascus from the north. Muhammad Ali, Press TV, Barzeh, Damascus.
Well, Muhammad Ali himself now joins us live from the Syrian capital, Damascus. Muhammad, tell us about your experience in Barzeh.
Yes, of course, Barzeh is only one area where foreign-backed militants are present and the Syrian army and armed forces are fighting. This is not the only place that Press TV team, of course, visited. We continuously accompany the army in various parts of the country. Now, what we have noticed over there, especially in Damascus countryside, is how fierce the clashes are, is how advanced the sniper guns that the foreign-backed militants obtain are, because this is actually one of the main challenges in those battles, because there are advanced sniper guns with the militants with a long range of fire over there. So it is mostly the main challenge. However, despite all of those challenges, we still see the army moving ahead and gaining more ground of those armed men. Of course, Barzeh is one of the important areas because it is north of Damascus. It is very close to the city, and this is where the foreign-backed militants are trying and have been trying to enter Damascus from Barzeh. From the north, close to it is Qabun and Harasta, and separating them is of course over there orchards, which are also very dangerous because this is where they hide, the foreign-backed militants. So fighting continues over there in Barzeh, Qabun, and Jobar up till this moment. Every day we hear about fighting happening over there. However, there is no major operation yet. It still remains separate fighting in those areas. We also know that Jobar and parts of eastern Al-Ghouta remain tense over there and on the line separating it with Damascus. Of course, we're speaking about eastern Al-Ghouta, east of Damascus. And of course, there have been reports about the fighting increasing today near Al-Tlatin Street. This street separates Al-Yarmouk refugee camp in Damascus from the city itself. South of Damascus, of course, also in the countryside, close to Sayyida Zainab, there are several places that are still witnessing fierce fighting, like Husayniya, Diyabiya, and Hajjera. those are the main places where fighting continues, and the Syrian army is gaining more ground or pushing those armed men back in order to stop them from entering the city. However, there is no major operation today. There was a couple of mortar shells that fell on Al-Hijaz area inside the city of Damascus. However, no one was hurt. There was only some material damage reported.
Okay, Mohammed, thanks a lot for that.